Welcome to the introduction video of the Dulux DuSpec Add-In for Revit. Through the course of this video, you will gain an understanding of how Dulux's new DuSpec Add-In for Revit, in conjunction with the existing Color Atlas Add-In for Revit, now provides you with end-to-end paint color and paint specification selection tools natively in your Revit project. Topics covered will include a brief review of the existing Dulux Color Atlas Add-In, an insight into how Dulux currently generate paint specifications via their DuSpec system, followed by a hands-on demonstration of the new DuSpec Add-In in action. Before we take you through the new DuSpec application for Revit, we would like to briefly demonstrate the first application that Dulux created for Revit, the Dulux Color Atlas Add-In. The Dulux Color Atlas Add-In allows you to search, view and add more than 5,000 different Dulux decorative colors, powder coat and protective coat finishes to your Revit project. Selecting one of the colors allows you to view more information about the color. You can now easily apply the selected color Revit material information to your Revit project or family using the Add-in's inbuilt paint function. Following on from the Color Atlas Add-In is Dulux's next application, the DuSpec Add-In for Revit. This tool, in contrast to the color-focused Add-In, is aimed at assisting users to create Dulux paint specifications natively inside their Revit projects. The Add-In is a bi-directional link between a Revit project and the Dulux paint specification database. The Add-In allows users to analyze the substrates associated with their Revit project, walls, floors, ceilings and other building elements. Using this Revit project information, users are then in a position to find and assign the most suitable Dulux paint specifications, incorporating detailed coating systems and application methods to achieve the desired project outcomes. Before we look at the new Add-In in detail, let's review what DuSpec is. DuSpec is the Dulux initiative that incorporates a collection of all of their paint specifications. A version of this is currently available at duspec.com.au or by consultation directly with the Dulux DuSpec consultant. DuSpec information can be filtered and refined to create a specification to best reflect your given project requirements. Shown here is an example of a DuSpec for a Dulux wash and wear low sheen on new plasterboard product. If we actually view the specification, we can see that a DuSpec document outlines the intended use scenario of the product. This is followed by detailed information about the required coating systems, primer and top coats, etc., and application methods in order to achieve the specification and, more importantly, the warranty associated with the specific Dulux product. To date, DuSpec information has only been accessible via the DuSpec website or through direct consultation with a Dulux DuSpec consultant. However, the introduction of the DuSpec Revit Add-In now gives you access to selected versions directly from within your Revit project. So let's open up the DuSpec Add-In and demonstrate a quick use scenario. The first thing you will see when you open up the application is the Getting Started videos. We highly recommend you watch these to familiarize yourself with the product. We are now going to click on the Walls tab. You may have noticed when we opened up the application, a green loading bar was visible in the bottom right-hand corner. This loading bar represented all of the Revit project elements being analyzed by the DuSpec Add-In. The Add-In was looking at all the walls used in the project and then displayed these in the list here. The next section of the Add-In is the DuSpec selection criteria located here. These drop-downs allow you to tailor your paint specification selection quickly to your specific market, substrate and environment needs. Selecting these filters enables you to search and refine the DuSpec results available here. In addition, you can click on the Spec Info link to view any of the DuSpecs prior to applying them to the building elements in your Revit project. As demonstrated earlier, we have painted a few walls within this project using the Dulux Color Atlas Add-In. We are now going to select the wall and then press the Select from Revit button from within the Add-In. The add-in has now highlighted that wall and taken us down to the wall we have selected in the Revit project. We are now going to expand out the columns associated with the selected wall so that we can view all of the different materials applied to the wall. The first material that draws our attention is Dulux Dayglow. We are now able to assign this specification to the Dulux Dayglow Revit material on the selected wall. Once the DuSpec has been assigned, it is also added to the project specification. As you can see, on the Project Specification tab, we are starting to compile a list of paint specifications. A unique number is added automatically for each specification we assign. As we start adding further DuSpecs to additional Revit elements inside of our Revit project, you will notice that this list will start to grow. At any stage, the project specification can be exported to PDF or Excel. Exporting to PDF produces the following result. And exporting to Excel provides this result. As demonstrated here, your project spec is now converted into a basic spreadsheet format. The DuSpec add-in for Revit is set to change the way you work with paint specifications. The unique ability of this add-in to push material and paint specification information back into your Revit project opens the way to tagging, filtering and scheduling material and paint specifications like never before. Watch the following videos to fully understand the user interface and gain an insight into how you can leverage the add-in's advanced features.